Hey guys, so we've got the trailer to the prequel of It, called Welcome to Derry, and was this something people were craving? Was it? I mean, I don't know, but it just you know, gotta take franchises that people like and gotta create prequels and prequels to prequels and sequels to those prequels and you know whatever else. Um, but we've got Derry, so I think this is think diving into when with the kids and more into the past of with Pennywise and stuff like that. So let's uh let's see what it's all about.
My family and I just moved to town and we're looking for things to fill the place.
So, how are you adjusting?
Things are certainly different here.
Derry is a beautiful place, but things do happen from time to time.
Well, either you're closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to acknowledge, or you are not aware of the caliber of disaster.
Maddie was last seen the night of January 4th at the theater.
He did tell me he'd been seeing weird stuff for a while before he disappeared. What in the hell is it?
It's a Noricha. You know, an evil spirit.
Mothers of River City, heed that warning before it's too late. Watch for the telltale signs of corruption. The minute your son leaves the house.
We have to tell someone.
No one's gonna believe us.
Most people, they only believe what they can see with their own eyes.
What is it? Answer me! I don't know! I don't know what the hell it is.
People in this town, it's like the devil's in them.
You got trouble! Right here in River City!
Okay, so it said from the director whatever of It. Which one? Like the newer one? I mean, is Bill Skarsgård in this one? Who is the cast in this? Hang on. All right, so it will follow the events in the 1960s, the time leading up to the events in the first film in the Stephen King It series. We got Bill Skarsgård right there as Pennywise. Interesting. Just a bunch of Morning Star. Nice. Lucifer Morning Star. How many? Wait, let's see. Bill Skarsgård is Pennywise. Not really. And oh boy, Maddie Clements. Well, at least we got that out of the way. Young mother, Principal Dunleavy. None of the actual dog-faced boy. You lying dog-faced pony soldier. Ghoulish deputy. Passerby teen. Woman with dog. Councilman Tibbs. Mr. Tibbs. But I find it interesting that apart from Pennywise, we don't know who's playing who. The fact that all these are just no names. No names, no characters. It's kind of interesting. Why not just call it It? On HBO, we'll be watching Tim Curry. Aha, 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 aha. Such a great scene. I forget the scene with the library when he's up, he's like, twirling the thing, and you have Prince Albert in a can? Well, you better let the poor guy out. Aha, aha, aha. It's so good. No, with Pennywise, it's good because it's like Tim Curry brought his own kind of version of Pennywise. He's still creepy, but it's Tim Curry. And, when it's Tim Curry, it's just like he's a lovable guy and you can't really be that afraid. But then Bill Skarsgård comes along and he has that smile that he's just naturally able to do. And it's like, oh, God, this is... Oh, he definitely went for the more creepy sort of Pennywise. Like, Pennywise is supposed to be able to, like this. Oh, he's a clown, and, clowns like making people happy. But Bill Skarsgård's Pennywise is just like, I want to do everything I can to scare the fuck out of them. I want to do everything to make them want to stay away from me. Like I said, the scene with them in the library with the original, the perfect kind of example of what Tim Curry's Pennywise was like. He's just goofy. Yes, he's evil, but he was goofy. Bill Skarsgård, he'll just stand there like, so just the fact of the two Pennywises, I mean, Tim Curry, come on. But I do like Pennywise in the newer one. Like that opening scene with Georgie, and he's like Pennywise is trying to be nice and all that, and he just all of a sudden he's like, I think it was with the popcorn, he's like pop 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 pop, and then all of a sudden he's like, and he like starts drooling a little bit, and I mean that it's like, okay, Georgie, you might want to go. Hello, Georgie. Would you like a balloon? Why is everyone doing prequels now? Prequels and sequels to prequels and prequels to sequels and prequels. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Prequels are an absolute waste of money. No stakes. Yeah, that's especially if it's like a franchise like, something like It, where we know the main cast survives. We know they survive. We know they grow up. So it would just be deaths of other characters that we really have no investment in, because we know the main cast survives. Yeah, like this. He goes for more of this. I'm like, I'm going to scare them. Like, it makes the meat taste better, but you take on the guise of a clown for a reason, but yet you're doing everything in your power to scare the hell out of them instead of enticing them to come near you. So the previous It movie I watched made me laugh. This one might be it. The second movie wasn't good enough to keep me invested. I really liked the first one though. I mean, of the remakes, like the second of the remake, or are we talking about the original you liked but you couldn't get into the remake of it, which is the second one? This is what happens when you have a franchise that has reboots and sequels, and it looks very boring. Austin Powers. How dark is HBO going to be with this one? This is going to be a banger. I mean, it seems like the majority of people are like, oh, yeah, it looks pretty good. Can't wait. I love the It movie since I was a kid and saw it. The red balloons are back, and so is the trauma. I thought Maine was supposed to be redneck. So they basically created a prequel in the era of the first half of the book, in which in the era the first took place, but without the original characters. So that's great. Well, that explains why. So it's just a new group of kids. Okay, well then we know they died. That kind of alleviates any questions or anything. They most likely all die. Uh, you know, they should just have made an HBO series to begin with and follow the goddamn book. And how far are you wanting them to follow the book? Because there's certain things in the book that probably should be, you know, not added, like the underage children having an orgy, you know, to get closer. Yeah, read the book. It's a thing. In fact, you don't even have to read the book. Go online. You can find the whole thing. And yeah, these young kids are engaging in that activity to help them bond. I think it's Beverly who fucking brings up the idea because she's a fucking slut. But yeah, are we wanting to bring back everything and keep to the book? Now, I'm sure there are some people online who would say, oh yeah, bring it in. I mean, nowadays, there's so many fucking movies, stuff that show that kind of interaction, you know, and they're played off as like comedy, like, oh, look, oh, being a teenager and fumbling around sex because they don't know what to do. Ha, 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 ha. So, I mean, I really wouldn't be surprised, but if it's kids, leave them out of that. Seriously, just fucking stop. But the prequel is going to set Spooky Bar high. And that, I saw that, and that's why I was like, you know, in the movie, when the thing opens up and he does that goofy fucking dance. And then for a while, it became a meme. It's like, oh yeah, you know, Pennywise dancing, you know, fits with any music. And then suddenly they're playing like fucking Linkin Park or, you know, Benny Hill or some, you know, R&B, but just Pennywise just doing that little dance thing and just playing random music. That became a meme for a while. Will Pennywise be even more haunting this time? This looks kind of cheaply made. Looks terrifying, very well made. The stark contrast. Why does it sound like AI? No one asked for this trash. Took them long enough. What's the backstory? Like, I mean, also, I care more about, you know, when, like, in the 1800s, you know, when we see in, like, the carnival in the 1800s and all that, I'd be more interested in that time. I'd like to see the actual creation or the beginning, you know, with Pennywise. Like, where did he come from? What, you know, we know he's not a clown. We know he's a supernatural being, pretty much since the beginning of time. I would like to see that, you know, see him throughout the ages. And if he hasn't always been on Earth because he is a galactic kind of being or a cosmic being, show him on different planets or something where he's done the same thing to them. You know, that'd be cool. So here's his, you know, about, right? It's a shape-shifting creature known as a glamour, you know, who can, you know, a glamour into pretty much anything you want. Just glamour is kind of like with some, you know, you see like with witches, they put on a glamour, they become someone else. Who's billions of years old. Although it lived on planet Earth for many years, it originated in a void dimension outside the regions of space known as the macro. Exactly. So I would love to see the origins and the other planets this thing has lived on, because Earth wasn't its first rodeo. Since its true identity is unclear due to its shape-shifting abilities and being from another universe, its real name and species are also called deadlights. But few know this, which is why it's referred to as it. The form of a female spider seems to be its true physical form on Earth, or at least that is the closest thing the human mind can comprehend. It's like basically like an eldritch terror, you know. It can morph into any human, animal, or object, including a combination of thereof. The ability to do so for A, appearing as the target's loved ones or friends to manipulate them to lure them into its trap, or B, appearing as the target's worst physiological fear However, its favorite and most common form is a circus performer named Pennywise, a dancing clown, as most small children love clowns. Except Bill Skarsgård never got that memo, and they just tried to make him as creepy and scary as possible to keep people away. Its real name, if indeed it has one, is unknown, although several times in the novel it calls himself by the name Robert Bob Gray. This may be an allusion to the real-life child cannibal Albert Fish, who reportedly used the name Robert Gray as an alias. I mean, that would be actually... I mean, that would make sense, because what do you call Roberts? You call him Bob. So, that makes sense. He may also be get his first name from Robert Bob Bell, the man who originally portrayed Bozo the Clown. And then we've got origin, undiscovered, void containing a surrounding our entire universe. Another far-off universe referred to as a macroverse. Yeah, the turtle. Pennywise lives. Arrived on Earth in a massive cataclysmic event similar to an asteroid impact, landing in location in North America that would eventually become Derry, Maine. Like, so he lands in the 1700s, or he doesn't land. He wakes up. But he's on Earth for millions of years. He wakes up in the 1700s. Why not show the time when he first wakes up? Painfully wakes up, starts a 3-year reign of terror that culminates in the disappearance of over 300 settlers from Derry Township, similar to the Lost Roanoke colony, which was founded as a logging town. Wakes again. So it's just showing kind of like, oh, he does this, goes back to sleep, does this, goes back to sleep. But like, why not show when he first arrives on Earth? That'd be cool. Like, why show this? Like, come on, anytime. Like this. When the characters we know and see in this show now are most likely either going to die or something happens to where they're just not in the future. Why would we care? You know? You know, it's like, we know they don't succeed in beating the thing. So that's one thing I hate about sequels, is when they give you something like this, where you know for a fact that the evil is not defeated, because the evil, well into the future, when the losers club there is fully in their adult lives, and it comes, and they have to defeat it then. So what's the point? If you're going to give us a prequel set in like a show like the 1700s. There's plenty to work with here. Plenty to work with here. Show us Pennywise in the 1700s. What a form he would have taken in the 1700s. Again, since he's a cosmic being from outside reality, why not show if he's done this in other universes? And other planets. That would be so cool. But, oh well. Oh well. Instead, let's just go with a bunch of new kids who, quite frankly, we most likely end up seeing die. Because we know he doesn't die. Because into the future he lives, so. But anyway, that was Welcome to Derry. I mean, Bill Skarsgård, cool, I guess. Anyway, that's gonna do for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.